and the market delivered. We got some leadership here today. Market looking pretty weak overall, but if you look and see what's green here, tech is green, stay at home is green. Microsoft, Apple, AMD, Nvidia, Zoom, PayPal, stay at home trade, tech trade up today. Everything else, not so much.
The bad news is we took out last week's low. We actually did that in a pre-market trading, 32.8075. Haven't even come close to that in a regular session. A regular session high comes in at 32.66 and a quarter. We're only trading 13 points off that. So by the dippers, may be able to get a new high on the session. The low for the day, some 60 points below that low from Friday at 32.1775. I couldn't find a daily level to match up with that or a close or anything. I was perhaps looking a little bit farther south. July 31st, 32.02 and a half was a low, but we found support just kind of at the upper end of the range for last quarter. I like to do my daily, my weeklies, and then once a month you do your quarterly numbers. And your high from last quarter was 32.20 and a half. The low today, 32.1775. So that's what you're looking at in the futures. The S&P 500 futures crude in the red by $1.57, giving back a lot of those gains from last week and giving it back in a hurry. Got down to $39, now 76 cents off that low. Gold moving in on 1900, down $45.50 and 1916 and a half. Silver really taking it on the chin. That's down nearly 9% here at 24.72 and a half. So bad day for silver. Bitcoin, that's down $420 at 10,460. And for those currencies, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, getting back towards that panic low you had after the sell-off. So both gold and silver approaching some very important resistance levels.
All right, and some of the darlings of the stay-at-home trade from this summer are back on today and talking about DocuSign, talking about Zoom, talking about Slack, talking about Peloton, cloud companies, all of them in the green, most all of them in the green today. And Roku.
Yeah, a little bit of a stay at home back, rise in viruses. I know we've had some shutdowns. I know Europe is not doing too well. So Zoom, a lot of these stocks caught a bid. Zoom marching back to that all-time high. How did we do today? Let's just go look at that all-time closing high for a level. All-time closing high in Zoom comes in at 457.69. Looks like we're going to improve on that today, folks. So currently trading at 464. 1 number only going in tomorrow's session. That will be 478. That was high that you made on earnings day. And what else did we put into that category, Mr. Israel?
Peloton. Oh my God. Did you see Roku today, Joel? Forget Peloton.
Roku.
Okay. This is silly. Listen, I get it that they've got this. They struck a deal with Peacock and NBC. Congratulations. Now do HBO Max next. This is ridiculous. I have a Roku. I pay for HBO, and I cannot watch HBO on my Roku.
Yes.
What are you guys doing?
They're buying, Spencer. News algos. They're buying.
Get it together, Roku. Get it together, HBO.
Okay, 190 is what you hit here. And you're backing off that level. Actually, 189.80. So you're still a buck, $2 away from that. So new all-time high, just by a little bit. Surely to post a new all-time high. Didn't have a great day on Friday, so you could get a 2-day move in this one. You get some more momentum players in Roku. But yep, I did see the news joining the Peacock. So good news for Roku. Nice breakout on a weekday.
Just ridiculous. I mean, who even no one even watches Peacock. The thing is, like 2 weeks old. No one even has Peacock. I don't know. Whatever.
We also, my Peloton came back today as part of the stay-at-home play. working its way back here after hitting 80 bucks. Wow, well off that low. Marching towards the double top here at 98.61 and 98.11. Best it could do today was 96.50, but then the important news, the good news, is posting a new all-time closing high today. That former all-time closing high came in at 91.17. Peloton, if we close right now, 94.64, 94.65, that will be a new all-time closing high by $3. So Peloton, I'm glad I wasn't too weak on that one and held on after that steep sell-off to 80 bucks.
All right, so the pre-market move in Nikola did seem a little bit silly. I think even the biggest bears would admit that that was silly.
Nicola.
If you bought the open, you've done well for yourself today.
Well, if you were buying out there in the pre-market, we were discussing this just before we came on the air, and we're like, well, maybe this is a good thing for the company. Getting rid of this blabbermouth that nobody liked, and maybe,
I'm
sorry,
sure people liked him. Don't pretend he's got no friends. People like him.
well, whatever. We did like the way that he taught the company, and you could just tell when we were talking about this on the show. That it just like that 22, that sub 22 print was just a little overdone here. Yeah, people coming in, hey, I'm long to 30 puts. I never thought I was going to go through 30. You wake up, it's at 25, 26 bucks. So some short covering. I still think 30 is going to be a big level. Boy, you did get close to that today. Holy Toledo. You got up to 29.60. That stock really got that high. So actually, yeah. God, did it even get in Friday's or no? It didn't get in
No.
Friday's range, but got to that all important $30 level. So nice rebound, still getting shellacked on the day, down 20%, and drag GM down with it too. Poor General Motors here.
You know what? I feel bad for them, but also, they knew what they were getting into.
Right. Well, they sure did here, and GM, and I saw Ford. It was just Ford was getting hit too. That came down to supported 680. Impressive day for Tesla. That was holding up well in the pre-market. They slammed it down to 407. Wow, that looks like it's really close to that daily low. Whoa, boy, 408. That was your low on Thursday. You got the 407.07. Still just looking at those pair of highs that I mentioned this morning about 461.94 and 457.79. Still major resistance. Keep that stock from going to 500. We'll see. Maybe get a price target raise tomorrow or something to push it through there.
All right, so today seems like it was an important day, Joel. I don't know the last time that we had a day like today where there was such a clear separation between the reopening stocks
Yeah.
and stay-at-home stocks. It hasn't happened, I think, for at least a couple of months, right? I mean, there was that span there where it was every day from March through June, right? But it hasn't happened, or maybe March and May, but hasn't happened. It feels like for a couple months here. If this were to continue, it would seem to be a situation where you want to just sell every rip, sell every pop
True.
in the airlines, in the cruise lines, in retail, and buy every dip in the
In the
stock
tag.
we just talked about.
Yeah.
If today is more than a blip, we haven't had a day like this in a while.
Look at that. Look at that CCL chart, boy. 19 to 14. I mean, these stocks have not responded well, right? During the rally. Oh, Royal Caribbean, that was sniffing 75 bucks, near the high of the rebound. The airlines, I mean, where are we at? No vaccine news today. Israel, I know, is not doing well. So, I mean, these stocks have been out of favor, but maybe they'll just develop a trading range as well, and maybe we'll find support here. But a lot of these issues nestling much closer to their lows in the move than anywhere near the highs. So little continued pain here on the reopening trade. Let's see for Boeing. Boeing, another bad day for Boeing. Geez, up near 170 yesterday. Better hold 153.41. How low did we get today? Today we got the 154.20. So important level for Boeing. Stocks out of favor tend to stay out of favor.
All right, to the chat we go. Being asked about, I guess we'll do Rocket here first. I think we looked at this one on Thursday or Friday. Uh, one of those candles where it's a big daily range, but we're gonna close. At least, wait, I'm on the daily. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're gonna close. So small range from the open to the close, right? Or what?
The bad news is that it took out for the low for the recent down move coming off that 34 and change high. The good news is if you're a strict gap trader, gap fill trader here, on the way up during its ascent, it had a gap between 2220 and 2166. That day it closed at 2166. You had a 2140 close. So here you do. You came down in today's session. 2111 was the low. You're trying to rebound. Low volume. So, maybe that's good. Maybe there's just, getting rid of some of the weak hands. On this one, no. I mean, what does Eric Kroll say? What does the life cycle trade say, Spencer, about this?
Most IPOs, not all, but most IPOs will trade below their IPO price at some point.
Right.
That's the crux of his research.
Right. So that is what is kept me more, on not on the long side at all, but a little bit on the short side has been, that 18 and the flush below 18. Not much probably going on in rates today. I mean, interest rates are going to stay low forever here. But just digesting that big move after earnings probably got a little bit overdone. New low for the move. We'll see if it can hold that magic 20. And then you don't have really many daily lows down here. 2111 was today's low and $20. That was your low on August 19th. And then major support at 19 and then the IPO low at 17 and a half. S&P's kicking up their heels here going into the close, only down 54 handles,
Oh no, Joe,
32.62.
fool me once, but we had this on Friday. We had this
Yes,
on
we did.
Friday.
Yep. Yep. But there is, I mean, that's it's a market. That's why you can't get too emotional on either side of the market. It has its rips and its dips. I mean, reclaiming last week's low will be very important going forward. But the fact that it took it out by new weekly low by, like I said, 63 handles, doesn't bode well for the rest of the week.
All right, back to the chat. I saw some people talking about Shag. I guess I don't know if it's in that stay-at-home trade or not, but it's up 6% today. So
it had been beaten up. Did they get an upgrade or something on Friday, or did someone talk about it favorably? Nice move. I mean, Institute, I can't remember, but found support, or someone asked about it. Maybe it's the same person, but 2-3 lows in the same area. Also, going back to earlier in the month, September 4th, he had a 63.52 low. Undercut it a little bit when you made that 62.84 low on Friday, but you came back up. You did not close green, but you closed above that 63.56 low, setting up, a trade with an out. If you were picking it up at 64.10 on the close, a lower risk trade down to, 62.84. And now a nice move. You are coming up an important level here. And I think it's more up towards 69. You're high in today's session, 68.22. But I see two highs right at the 69. Two highs. 68.83 and 69.15. So that's not too far away. We're trading at 68. That'd be a nice target for CHGG, a stay-at-home trade.
I guess, yeah. All right. And then just to recap on the earnings calendar this week, pretty light. We got AutoZone tomorrow morning, Nike tomorrow afternoon, along with Aurora Cannabis, KB Home, and Stitch Fix. That's pretty much it for the first half of the week. Second half of the week is Rite Aid on Thursday. Also General Mills reports Wednesday morning.
Yeah,
but Rite Aid on Thursday, Darden on Thursday. Costco is the big one Thursday afternoon. So light on there. And there are a few others. Jinko Solar's in there. Smith & Wesson's in there. But light earnings week. Costco, Nike are the highlights for sure. Nike tomorrow, Costco Thursday.
Yeah, Nike's made a comeback and made a new all-time high. Peeled off over the last couple days. Real good support at the 110 area. You can see all those lows. And quiet ranges right around 110 before you had that leap up to 116, 117, and then a quick retreat right back to that 110 area. So it looks like if you buy the dippers, that is the place. I just don't know if it's gonna they couldn't get it down there today ahead of earnings. I don't know what the likelihood is of them getting it down. When did you say they announce?
Nike tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
On the upside, 2-day high. That'd be a nice target. I mean, if you're tomorrow, 117.91. I don't know. That'd be a big move. Don't know if you'll see that tomorrow. Maybe just a little more of a tighter range day heading into the report is Bulls and Bears square off for the actual number.
let's see. Going back to the chat, a bunch of tickers flying. A lot of these are just in the trades we talked about. Like Nvidia is in that tech / stay-at-home trade. Same thing with Slack. What else am I seeing here? We talked about Roku already.
Finding support. Support is support. Like 480 found support in the range of the last two daily sessions. 480, someone was making a stand if he could have taken the heat to 476.13. Which was just ahead of your September 11th low at 475.63. 500 is important here. It looks like we're trading above it now. 2-day high, I'd split that 2-day high and 3-day high, 503.59, 505.30. Next target up, then it really opens up for Nvidia.
All right, Joel, here's one. Neither reopening nor stayed home. Gilead. Sort of just kind of hanging out, had all that remdesivir-induced volatility a few months back. Found a level here, but
yeah, I mean, this is what it does. It finds a level, it trades off that level, really can't distance itself from that level. New low for the move, undercut and rally here, down 84 cents still. I don't know. I mean, look at I don't think you're going anywhere down real quickly in this thing. Just looking at all that monthly support in 2019 at 62, 63, 64. On the other hand, it's like really going anywhere on the upside. Maybe if you could break the string of let's see, how many lower highs have we had? Boom, boom. What day was this? You had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lower highs in a row. So maybe, you break that string, you get a little bit of a relief rally, but tons of support here between 62 and 64 in GILD.
oh, here's one we have not looked at. Juniper, JNPR, just sort of going back and forth in a trading range for really since April.
Yeah, that's it. And now it's coming back towards the bottom of the trading range. 20 currently trading down 30 cents. I mean, it's really quiet here. Gap down after earnings, and you have a level to lead on. Actually, that low, I believe it was on earnings day, was 22.63. You did some work under there, got to 22.88 today. But just not a great looking chart. You know where your out is, and really no major upside until you can clear this triple top at 25. And I believe that was maybe perhaps right before earnings or one of the bad tech days that we have. So Juniper, I mean, I'll pass on that one for now.
Yeah. I mean, you'll pass on anything that's not stay at home or tech. I mean, why wouldn't you? You have to be a fool. All right, 3:59 here in 50 seconds. So just about done here with today's session. Want to remind everyone to hit that like button. That's a closing bell. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate that. It helps us out with YouTube. Please remember that all the information from our broadcasts are meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Nick Shaheen from Create Income with Option Spreads. Until then, everyone, have a good rest of your day.